You've got to give the hack a name because your brain is not going to remember. Put this in the closet on the left side, on the third shelf, all the way behind the jars, but to the right side of those jars. Sorry, darling, that is just not going to happen. Hey there, I'm Esther Rappaport, a brain engineer for ADHD entrepreneurs, and here to help you optimize your brain so growing your business is a whole lot easier. And today we're talking about making hacks work for you. We obviously live in hack culture. We all like hacks because they give us immediate relief right now. They're like helping us for the current situation and like awesome, right? So when we like Advil, like we take it right now because it just helps us. Now, honestly, I like hacks for that reason because it helps us right now. But I don't like the fact that hacks put on band-aids. So we have to be really aware that the hack is helping us for right now, while at the same time understand why this thing is a struggle for us, and then solve that problem. So for example, if you have Advil, if you are in pain and you take Advil for your pain, okay, you need Advil right now to like reduce that pain. But why are you having that pain? Get to like the deep cause because you're sick, but even like, why are you sick? Is it because you're stressed? Is it because you're not taking care of yourself? Is it because like the climate, like what is it that is making you really not feeling well, that is causing you to feel this way, that is causing you to need Advil? So use hacks as much as you like. However, also take the time to solve the core issue. If you know me a little bit, you know that I'm going to say that it comes from one of two core issues, either your cognitive functions, how your brain is thinking, or because of an emotional state. And honestly, very times it is because of both of them together. But today we are not talking about solving core issues. Today we're talking about making hacks work for you. Often we see a hack, whether it's on YouTube or on TikTok, or someone like just tells us something and we're like, hey, that's super cool, right? I'll share with you like a quick one that just happened. I am currently traveling and I saw this hack of, instead of folding your clothing, roll your clothing. Now, this works for two reasons. Number one, it saves space. Number two, your clothing get a lot less wrinkled because it's being rolled instead of like folded into those things. And it's like, cool. Hey, oh my gosh, I like this hack. It's really cool and it's awesome and no problem. Great. Like I'm using it literally right now as we speak. My clothing are rolled up in a suitcase. However, your brain is not going to remember every single time that you need to pack. You have to roll your clothes in this way so that way it remembers. Your brain needs labels. Your brain needs names to understand, to categorize, and to communicate any information that you are taking in, processing, and using. So you want to give the hack a name so your brain understands it and sorts it and puts it in the part of your brain that makes the most sense, and it like categorizes that information properly so that way later on you can use this. Because I don't know when's the next time I'm going to travel, maybe in 6 months. Hope not, because I absolutely love traveling. But like, am I going to remember to roll my clothes in that like time in between? Because honestly, there's been times before, from when I heard that hack until I actually started implementing it, like I just didn't do it. Why? Because it didn't have a name for it. By creating a name for it, you organize it in a way. So now the name could be anything. Honestly, anything. As long as you are going to remember it. Some people like funny names. I personally like practical names. That remind you like of what the hack is. So in this case, it's like super simple, and it might just be like rolled clothes, right? And that way, okay, rolled clothes, like it stays in my name, or like something like, honestly, that's the one I use, rolled clothes. But if you have some better ideas for me, then drop them right below this comments. I'd be happy to change the name if you have something better for me. Now, honestly, now rolled clothes is like, oh, what's rolled clothes? Like now it's like stuck in my brain together with like suitcases. When I take out my suitcase, my brain is like associates the rolled clothes together with suitcases. So anytime you learn of a hack, anytime, more importantly, you learn of a strategy, you want to give it a name. That is like super important. So often we learn the super cool strategies for business, for like how to create content for something, and we're like, this is the whole system and how I have to do it. Give the system a name. Give it something that you can call it, that you can refer back to, that you can communicate it, so your brain organizes it in the best way possible. Now, we'll add one more bonus thing. If you can take the hack or the strategy, the system that you've learned, and immediately as soon as you learn it, think of like a few other places that you can apply it to. A, you're going to remember this hack even more, but B, you are going to literally accelerate your learning because you can apply it in a whole lot more areas. So for example, this rolled clothes, when I've moved, the last time I've moved recently, and like everything like changed, just like my dressers and stuff. And like it was a bit interesting. They were like really small, like a bunch of really small drawers. And I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to fit my clothes in here? But because I have rolled clothes, right away I was able to be like, oh, rolled clothes go here too. It doesn't just have to be with the suitcase. It can also be in the drawer. Right now, if you're, let's say, learning a content strategy, right? Like, let's say how to batch content for TikTok, right away, think of all the other places that you can batch content for, or that you can just batch in general. That is the point, that you're going to like on a more like a meta version or a universal version. How can you take this strategy or this hack and apply it to like many more areas? So if you're learning how to batch content for TikTok, how can you batch content for YouTube? How can you batch content for your podcast? Now, how about batching content for like if you have like a membership and you have to record monthly videos, batching that? Or what about batching your emails? Now, there's different ways you could do this. You could batch your content emails, like for email marketing, but you can take this to the next level, batching the way you approach emails and only respond to emails once a day. Now you can batch all your tasks in your business. Do you see how I'm going here? Like, there are so many places that you could batch, that people shared with you a specific hack for a specific way to apply this to a specific thing, to record TikTok videos, and you're taking it and applying it to a million other areas of your life. Maybe you afterwards apply it to batching meal prepping or batching how you do your laundry. There's like so many places that you can take this one hack and apply it to more areas by giving it a name. So instead of saying, I am batching TikTok videos, just batching now allows you to apply it to a whole lot more areas. Honestly, this is what we do in Your Entrepreneur Brain Rewired. Everything that like helped you figure out the challenges that we do, like the specific brain challenges that work on your cognitive functions, we afterwards give it a name and apply it to like all other areas of your life. So your success literally accelerates every single session. In the end, like, you have strategies and labels for those strategies and for those hacks that you can apply it to business, to personal, to relationships, to everything. That like success just happens day after day, session after session, and like your life completely changes. So if you'd like to learn more about how you can do that, head over to Your Entrepreneur's Brain Rewired. Head over to lifepicksuniversity.com/Your Entrepreneur Brain Rewired. I'm going to link that right here below, and we fill out the application and we will see if you are a good fit. Okay, guys, that is all for now. I want you now to do the meta of what I just said and go apply it to all other areas of your life. Bye for now.